In this video, I'd like to show you how to set up your Panasonic GH6 to record on SSD with the SmallRig SSD holder in under 3 minutes. First thing, of course, you'll want to do is grab your GH6. I happen to have a Tilta Cage on mine, but if you don't use a cage of any kind, this will also attach to the camera's hot shoe. And I'm displaying the SmallRig holder. What I'm going to do is find a cold shoe on the Tilta Cage. In this particular case, it's going to be on the left-hand side, which is the closest to where the USB cable will need to connect to the port on the camera. And I'm pointing to the tightening scroll wheel. I'm going to tighten that down onto the cage so that it sits firmly. And you'll want to grab your SSD drive. I'm using a SanDisk 1 terabyte drive, which happens to be one of the approved models currently from Panasonic. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in USB cable and place the SSD in the SmallRig holder. What you do is pry apart the two sides. It's a little bit tight, a little firm. And go ahead and place the drive in there, and it should fit snugly and not move. From that point, you will want to connect the USB cable from the drive to the USB-C connector on the camera, which is going to be located on the left side of the GH6 next to the full-size HDMI port. From that point, you will want to go into your video menu, and if you check the recording quality settings, there are 3 pages, of course, worth of available settings. You'll notice as you scroll through that there will not be any available SSD option in the recordable slot as indicated on the left. So what you will need to do in order to get the camera to recognize the USB drive is to first turn on USB SSD. And once the camera confirms, you will want to format the SSD drive. It just takes a couple of quick seconds. And from that point, you'll go back into your menus. And you'll want to check your recording quality settings. And you'll notice this time, as you start scrolling through the options that are available to you in the recordable slot, you will notice in some cases that I will have as many as 3 options, as I'll have an SD card, a CF Express Type B card, and the SSD available based on that particular recording format. And that's all there is to it. I want to thank you again for tuning in, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching.